Welcome to a new episode of Oranda Power, my friends. Today we are talking about a very interesting subject. Have you ever noticed that sometimes your fish change colors? Well, this is what we're going to talk for today's episode. Make sure to check it out. For this particular episode, we're going to look at Lucius the angelfish. This angelfish, I was very surprised to see that his color patterns can change in a few seconds. And I was also surprised to understand that those color switch are a way for him to display his emotion of the moment. Now, at the beginning of the video, he was pretty much yellow, and that was because he was just being wake up. But during the entirety of this video, you're going to see that he's going to get better coloration over time. Now, don't worry, when your fish are sleeping, they get pretty pale. But if your fish is sick and constantly pale, this is one way to spot it. So some other fish are being altered, like goldfish, to always display the best coloration. For example, you're not going to see a goldfish suddenly switch colors. But if you see that your goldfish isn't like having a brilliant coloration, you can wonder if he's doing well or not. Also, speaking of goldfish, Ghost was originally pretty much all white, and then he turned out to be orange. And for a fish like him, that simply means that he is maturing and aging. But for Lucius, which is an angelfish with pretty much like normal coloration, or should I say wild coloration, he's going to use his body to display his emotion. Thing that, for example, a koi angelfish couldn't do. So one prime example of this is that when Lucius is calm, he's going to be silver in coloration, and his stripes are going to be not too bright but not too fade away. When he gets very angry though, he's going to get a lot of blue on his back, and his stripes are almost going to fade completely. That means he's pretty angry, and his body is going to get like darker, very almost black. When he's feeding, however, his stripes are going to get very dark and brilliant, you know. And same for his eyes. Sometimes they are really bright red, but other time, like during those clips, they are going to be pretty like fade in comparison. So for the most part, fish will use their coloration to showcase their feelings of the moment, but it can also be enhanced by color enhancing food, or also in the environment they are in. For example, the discus will showcase his best coloration to white substrate. Now, color switch is also a sign of dominance or a sign of hostility in fish. For example, my two betta fish really have different colors when they are fighting versus when they are just peaceful. Same for black-skirt tetras. You can see that the two on the top have really like a big dark coloration, while the others are more faded away. So we can assume that the two on the top are the alphas of the group, while the rest are more submissive. The same goes for the two male checkered barbs. They often mug themselves, and you can clearly see that the one on the left is the dominant one, as his colors are pretty much brighter than the other one. So oftentimes fish will change their colors during breeding season or breeding cycles, so they can try to attract a mate. And most of the time it's a fish with the best coloration that will attract a female, as this is a sign of strength. So overall, if you see that your fish don't showcase good coloration and just always look washed out, this is maybe the early sign that he is either having some disease, parasite, or that he's constantly being bullied by another fish, and thus you should do something, as this is one of the key way for fish to showcase their emotion. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. May the fish be with you always. Make sure to leave your suggestion of future video in the comment section, as well as point out if I have missed something, and don't forget to also subscribe, and I will see you all real soon, and I love you all. Bye.